this video about how to strengthen your lateral hip muscles. I got this request from a person who was bothered with their TFL muscle, the tensor fascia latae, which is on the lateral side of the hip, really close to your gluteus medius. They both are very important hip muscles. And when we don't really have awareness on how to move well from the hips, they might get sometimes overworked or underworked or overstretched. If you are a keen user of a foam roller, you can also try these exercises to strengthen those muscles and maybe need the foam roller less. These muscles, especially the TFL muscle, is the main hip abductor, so it allows you to bring the leg further away from this on the side, and also in hip internal rotation and the accessory muscle of hip flexion. And the TFL has also a job is that to stabilize your knee. So for all of the people who have sometimes issues with their knees, you can also check your lateral hip strength. Let's get to the exercises. The first one is what is commonly known as a side bridge. You come on a forearm, which you keep parallel to the short edge of your mat, and you can have your forearm flat, you can have it faced, you can have it facing towards your knees. But mostly matters is to have your shoulder directly above your elbow, and try to keep also your chest facing forward. Keep the knees really high up close to your chest so that you don't create an exaggerated lordosis here, curve in your lower back. So as you have your structure, make sure you keep your triple S in effect, skull, scapula, and sacrum at the back, like if you were leaning against a wall. And then slowly, by really pushing into that lower leg, you can keep the inner border of the feet together, and then push into that lower leg, lift off. Use also your core, your diamond, to lift off. Lifting from the glute, lifting here, lifting the lateral hip muscles. Okay. And then once it becomes fluid and you feel you have the power of this, you can also lift your top leg, keep it stable, and then move like this. And another version could be to bring this leg into extension and the other arm also into extension and move them in opposite ways and just maybe holding from the bottom hip. Okay. Another way to work these muscles of the lateral hip could be in forearm side plank. So this time you will have your forearm down. It could be also facing front. The same stability requirement of your bottom shoulder, and then you come into your forearm side plank by having the feet together, and you work this time the top lateral hip muscles by lifting a leg and pulsing. So this requires a lot of strength, and this is a very, very good exercise. Okay, and then you lower. Make sure to do both sides. And another way to work also could be in a standing position this time. Every time we do side lunges, we work on the lateral hip muscles, because as you sit back to your glutes, actually each time you go to one side, you feel the engagement in those lateral hip muscles and the TFL as well, okay? So side lunges in all of their variations could be a very good idea to work on your TFL and gluteus medius muscle. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy the practice.